Hey guys, Dr. Kresimir here, chiropractor from London, Ontario, Canada, helping people live extraordinary lives through the power of structural chiropractic here and life by design principles. On today's video, we're going to be talking about fixing a shifted neck. Before we get there though, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get this information out to more people. Hopefully it can help them. If they watch it and they do it, they'll get healthier. The community will get healthier. We'll all get healthier. That's really what we're after here. So today, the shift that I'm going to be talking about is this side to side motion. I'm going to link in the description below in the comments. We already have one where we're talking about the forward neck. The principles are the same, but how you're going to go about it changes. So a couple of things we need to keep in mind first. We need to be aware of the different postures or the different movements that we're talking about. So let's take a look at my shoulders first, and then we'll head up to the neck. The body moves in three planes. So if we're looking across here, you can rotate. So there's rotation that happens. Then there is lateral flexion that happens. And then there is this, we'll talk about that in the neck because it's coupled motion, but then there's flexion, extension. So I kind of messed that up. Let's review that quickly. So there's rotation, there's lateral flexion, and then there's extension and flexion. And the same thing is true with the neck. If we're going to use the bottom of my mouth here to just look at my neck, don't look at my shoulders now. We're going to be looking up here. We have rotation this way, we have lateral flexion this way, and then we have flexion and extension. Now, because we're looking at the neck depends on both of them. So knowing how to start fixing your neck posture, you really have to first pay attention to, both the upper thoracic or both the shoulders and your head. So the first thing that you're gonna do is to see which way your posture is actually shifted or out of alignment. You're gonna need a friend for this, because what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to march in place for 5 to 6 times. Make sure you're not gonna fall over, so make sure you're close to something in case you get dizzy, you can hold on. But then when you come to, I want you to keep your eyes closed, and what I want your partner to do is I want your partner to notate the way that things are shifted, because it's interesting. What happens is your eyes are always going to want to be on the horizon. So you notice people that have really severe scoliosis it's not like their head hangs off like this. Their head, no matter how curved their spine is, always attempts, even if they're bending over, will always attempt to find the horizon line. Our eyes love the horizon line, but when you're marching in place like this, because you don't have that visual input, you'll be able to, if somebody's observing you, you'll be able to get a better understanding of which way your postural distortions are happening. So that's step number one. Step number one is to actually get somebody to assess you so they can say your head's turned this way, it's laterally flexed this way, your shoulders are dropping to this one side like this. That's really important. The name of the game is once you find out which way your body's going, you're just gonna spend some time hanging out in the opposite direction. Just really simple like that. The exercise is, so let's say that my shoulder's laterally flexed, and then it would be lateral flexion this way in my head. So my head is translated this way. If this is my posture like this with a little bit of rotation this way, I want to undo everything. So I'm gonna bring my shoulders back this way, my head's gonna translate this way, and then I'm gonna rotate my head this way. And I'm gonna hold it for 5 seconds. And then I'm gonna come back to, and then I'm gonna go back into it for 5 seconds. And then I'm gonna go back to upright, and I'm going to repeat this 8 to 10 times, and I'm going to do it twice a day. That's the general gist of how you can start to do this at home. There are practitioners who specialize in this exactly. So if you're having a hard time doing this on your own, or if you're not noticing any type of improvement, just comment below. I'd be more than happy to refer you to somebody who can actually help you. If you have any other comments or questions, please post them below. Love to help. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.